Welcome back to Field Goals and Forecast here on WSBU 88.3 FM. The Buzz, Ryan Adio alongside James Derrick, and joined by a very special guest, Hendon Hooker, former, Tennessee quarterback, but now you've got a lot of other aspirations. Why don't you talk a bit about what you've been up to recently?
Yeah, so just finished the season with the Jets. Season wasn't what we wanted it to be in the ending, but
That's all right.
continue to build on for next year. And then just kind of working in the community. Stand Together has helped me kind of map out ways to incorporate my vision for kids, whether that be literacy, sports, anything that we can do to help them reach their goals. That's what we're trying to do.
Yeah, so talk to me a bit about that organization. What made you kind of get into that? What was your why?
Yeah, growing up, my father used to always tell me and my siblings, like, hey, you guys go read a book.
Yeah.
20 minutes or 10 pages, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
And I used to always dread it.
I agree.
We used to try to skip out on it. So, as you mature and as you learn and grow, that was a vital, vital product of building me into who I am today, and also my siblings. I feel like it helped me in the classroom, helped me on the field, and just in day-to-day life as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so, how old were you when you started playing football? Just
3.
You're 3 years old. Okay, so do you have, starting from all the way back from 3 years old, do you have a particular memory that you're super grateful for playing football, that you kind of look back and you're like, I want to be able to try to recreate this for kids in my community? Kind of thing?
My father used to always put on a lot of camps, so I had a good time playing older kids. Always being the youngest kid out there, getting pushed around and thrown to the ground. But I do remember this one camp. The name of it was JPD, Junior Player Development, and it was for 6th through 8th graders. And I was in 3rd or 4th grade. And I just remember being out there and just having fun playing the game that I love.
Yeah.
And that's something that I try to incorporate into my community today. Like, I'll go back home, and if I'm going to the field, I'm calling everyone, hey, if you got some guys that want to come out and get some work,
Oh, yeah.
And I'll work with them. So right now I have a group of kids that are playing 7-on-7.
That's awesome.
that I've been working out.
And not to sidetrack, but did you always play quarterback? Did you always want to play quarterback?
Yeah, I always have.
That's
played
awesome.
quarterback. I think maybe my first year of tackle, I didn't play quarterback. I played outside linebacker and slot.
All right.
Yeah.
Wide receiver is always fun. I feel like you always ask guys, and they're like, oh, I would love to play receiver. I want to play receiver. So, yeah.
No, I was talking to Tariq Woolen yesterday. He says when he plays Madden, he puts himself at wide receiver.
Yeah.
Do you do anything similar like that? Do you play Madden, anything like that?
I do play Madden, or like a Road to Glory type of thing.
Yes,
that's cool.
Yes.
I've never been able to play any other position than quarterback on the game, just because it just tricks me out.
Yeah, it's funny that you're like, road to glory. You lived that, man. Like, that was your life. That's crazy.
Seriously, yeah.
That's so funny. But how did you use that platform? Now you're in the NFL. You were a big name at Tennessee. Obviously, you're in the Heisman contending. How did you use that platform to try to build this community, build this outreach?
Really just try to get out into the community and create the culture and kind of create the stigma that, hey, reading is cool.
Yeah.
And also, in college, NIL era, me and my brother, we wrote a children's book. So that's a little more appealing to the kids. It has some animated pictures in there of me and my brother playing in high school and college. So really just getting out there in the community, playing with the kids, having camps. Me and Joe Milton would have camps in Tennessee all the time.
That's cool.
So.
Yeah, it's like a full circle moment. Your dad was like, go read a book. You wrote a book.
Right.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I don't want to sidetrack too much, but obviously you had big ACL injury and while you were at school. Can you walk me through, mentally? Even one of our own members here, Austin, he tore his ACL. That was a really rough time, mentally, emotionally for him. For young athletes out there, what kind of advice would you give to somebody who's dealing with something like that? How do you get through?
I would say take every day, just one step at a time. Don't try to rush it, and just staying encouraged. My little brother tore his ACL last year around this time of year. Then one of my best friends tore his ACL the third to last game of the season from the MetLife bug.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
So just talking to them constantly just kind of reminds me where I was at the point in time they are in their recovery. and always just telling them, hey, take it one day at a time, and approach every day as if it's a workout. Like,
Right.
okay, I got legs today.
Yeah.
That's how I used to try to approach it. Like, all right, I got legs today, but I have legs every day.
Got
Right.
legs today, tomorrow, next week.
Right.
You know
And-
when you're like sick and you're like, man, I wish I was healthy. I remember being healthy, and you visualize it so great. Is it similar? Like, oh man, I wish I could walk. Like I remember walking. Like it's such a great thing, you know?
It's I tore my meniscus as well. So I was 8 weeks,
Man.
no weight bearing. So that's all crutch for
Yeah,
8 weeks straight.
That's brutal. Yeah.
So when I did walk again, I had to learn how to walk again.
Right.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So it's wild.
Yeah. I mean, you don't even realize you take those things for granted. Yeah, for sure. Separate topic, but you mentioned NIL just a little bit. You kind of got out right as the NIL stuff was just starting. Like, what's your thoughts on that? Would you have changed anything if maybe NIL was around when you were in college?
I mean, I got a little.
Well,
bit.
yeah, but
I got some
it was
NIL,
really
but
picking up.
It was, It really like. I remember Nico Imaliava.
Yep.
Just being the poster child for
Yes,
NIL. And I remember guys being in the locker room like, man, why is he getting that much money? Da da da. Like, I'm not getting anything. I'm the one on the field.
Right.
And it just kind of made me think like, man, if the roles were reversed, how would you feel if someone is where you want to be and they're looking down on you like, man,
Right.
like,
Yeah.
I have animosity because you're making more money than me.
Right,
But
I hear that.
In actuality, we're all trying to get to the NFL where everyone is on different
Yeah.
scales.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think there's kind of been like a lot more understanding in terms of like, teams building community, not having that animosity, towards each other?
Yeah, but
at this day and age.
Yeah, but it's also just like a new luxury to, hey, it's some conflict here. I don't like conflict. I'm gonna go over here.
That's fair enough.
But I think that universities are doing a great job of keeping their locker rooms in check. I know there's a lot of new rules in NIL these days. I'm still trying to learn myself. So to help these younger kids out that are coming up.
So back in your Tennessee days, that 2022 season, that was special. It really was. You were playing Alabama, number 3 team in the nation. You guys hadn't beat them since, I think, 2006. You go down, you win that one 52-49. I mean, Jalen Hyatt, I think, had like 5 touchdowns. Like, what was going through your mind in that game? Like, how did you kind of keep the crowd in it? And how did you just stay focused in that game?
I think just approaching every day kind of the same. That was kind of the vocal point that I was coaching, well, not coaching, but just kind of preaching to my teammates week in and week out. I think we played on College Game Day like 4 times that year.
Yeah.
So those are a lot of big games.
Right. Yeah.
That guys get overly excited for, which you should. But I just try to keep reiterating to them that this is another day in the office. And we're going to come out here and go to work like we do any other day.
Yeah. Especially at a young age, too.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of leadership skills that I'm sure you learned over the course of being the quarterback. Such a great team. You're playing in a lot of crazy games, big games. You keep your team focused. Do you feel like there's a skill that you learned as a quarterback that has helped translate to giving back to your community? Being with the youth, stuff like that.
I think the biggest thing for me was just becoming more personable. Growing up, I was always very quiet and very shy. But once I got comfortable around people, then I would open up and they would see what type of character, what type of my personality I have. So I think just, and my sister is the biggest, component to that. She always used to tell me, like, you can't be antisocial.
Right, yeah.
So I think it's coming out of my shell and being more personable with everyone has taught me different traits and how to lead and how to connect with people.
So you said you're starting all this with Milroe, correct? Or sorry, Milton. My bad. The other M quarterback. My bad. But how did you guys kind of come together to start this? How was this formed between you two?
Yeah, I know he is more on this side of helping single mothers, but I think just our care for people is where it comes from. We always talk about things that we can possibly do to interact with the youth or interact with underprivileged kids.
Yeah.
You just never know what someone's going through. So if you can impact them in a positive manner anytime, any day, then that's what we're trying to do.
Do you feel like that's like the biggest kind of lesson that you've learned, as you've started to work with the youth more?
Yeah, 100%. It's bigger than football. It's bigger than, you know, cool jerseys and cool uniforms.
Yeah.
It's just the connection with the people. That's what's important.
I got one more question for you. So you're with the Jets now.
Yeah.
Obviously, your head coach. He was the defensive coordinator over when you were drafted with the Lions. Did that have anything to do with you coming over to the Jets now, or was that just coincidence?
Yeah. AG, Aaron Glenn, he's a fantastic coach, man. Fantastic coach and an even better person.
Mm-hmm.
Like the care that he has for the players and the organization and for the game of football, it speaks volumes on his character and who he is. But being in that same offense from Detroit and then being in New York, it was an easy transition. I remember the first day of practice, I got warmed up. I signed my contract. I got warmed up, and then I got thrown straight into practice.
Yeah, that's so funny. Well,
Get in there.
You probably knew it too.
Yeah, I knew exactly
exactly
what was going on. It might have been like a couple of words that were changed, but just the comfortability, and AG just knows what type of player he's getting, what type of person he's getting, and what he and the whole organization is trying to build over this next year is going to be amazing to see.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, no, I'm all good.
All right, well, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having
Really
me.
appreciate you coming on. That will do it for this segment of Field Goals and Forecast. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned. We got one more right here on WSBU 88.3 FM, The Buzz.